Hey guys, Paul Pete back in today. Another huge pickup video today because not only do I have stuff from my Xbox collection, but I have a very special book from the retro gaming world in general, which is a fantastic story I recently heard about, learned quite a bit about on the Intellivisionaries podcast, the last episode that came out last week. Plus, on the Intellivision note, I have some fantastic homebrew pickups from Intellivision Revolution that I can't wait to open and share with you. Are you ready? Are you ready? Still chewing on that microphone? All right. We'll be right back. Here we go.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
After the video, don't forget to check out IntellivisionCollector.com for all your Intellivision needs. That's IntellivisionCollector.com. Alright guys, before we get going, of course I have a craft brew. This is a new one I picked up last week. I'd never seen anything like this before. It is from Long Bay Brewery in Rothesay, New Brunswick. It is a Double Dragon Fly PA, whatever that means. Very interesting. I saw Double Dragon on the can, and of course I had to get it for video game opening, right? This is 8%, which is why it's a 12-ounce can instead of a 16-ounce can, which most of the craft brew that I buy are the full-size 16-ounce cans. But anyway, this one, 8% IPA. Let's see how it turns out. Oh, it smells strong. I got a nice Long Bay glass right here. I love this glass. Long Bay has some of my favorite beers over the last year or so. Really, really enjoy their stuff. This is going to be a little bit different because it's not going to fill the glass up quite as much, but that's all right. Oh wow, that is thick. Look how thick that is. I can't see through that at all, but it's still a light milky color. Oh, it has a very unique flavor. It feels thick, but it doesn't have an overpowering hoppy, bitter flavor. It tastes really good. I'm telling you this right now, those puppies right there at 8%, they could hurt you in a hurry. I don't know. Double Dragon Fly PA from Long Bay Brewery. I recommend if you can get hold of one, you should try it out for yourself. Don't you think, Coco? You betcha. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to open up the book that I just recently bought. And if you listen to the latest edition, episode of the Intellivisionaries podcast, you probably noticed that they spoke with, had an interview with Mike James, UK Mike, and he is from the Retro Gaming Roundup podcast. Been around for a long time, huh? And he was right there at the heart of this scenario or this scene that happened. And what I picked up is a copy of his book, Smoke and Mirrors, The Rise and Fall of a Serial Antipreneur. And this, of course, is a book that's all about Mike Kennedy and the whole long saga through the retro VGS or whatever it was called, and the Calico Chameleon. Very thick book. It's told from an insider point of view, and I really want to get the entire story because the one thing I'm going to find out about this when I read this book, a lot of the information you get out there on the web is part truths, half truths, made up stuff, a lot of conjecture. But this one right here, Mike James was part of the group that worked with Mike Kennedy, not necessarily with the Chameleon, but just worked with him enough on other projects that he is in the know, and this story is being told from the inside. So I don't know. I'll maybe after I read the book, I'll do a little review of it. It's been out for a while now. It's still available on Amazon or from the www.CalicoChameleon.com from the Retro Gaming Roundup website. So anyway, I'm really anxious to read this book, especially after listening to Paul Dermonden's interview with Mike last time on the Intellivisionaries podcast. That's episode 46. It was released. The podcast was released back on June 14th. So if you haven't listened to that yet, I highly recommend that you listen to the interview that Paul does with with Mike, because it's very interesting. Interesting enough that maybe want to buy and read this book. So right on. Can't wait to do so. All right, next up, I've got a game here that I was contacted by a member of Gamers Playground Auctions and various other auction sites on Facebook as well, Austin Andrew Wilson, because he was talking to another friend of mine, Nick, who I've gotten many things from in the past, and Nick told him he thought that I might need this game from my Xbox collection. I did, so this wasn't through an auction or anything like that. He actually contacted me, we worked out a price, and I bought it, but it is for my mainstream Xbox collection. A little bit confusing, and I'll show you why here in a second. Let's open it up, check it out, because it's a Platinum Hits title, but it's one of the few Platinum Hits titles that's considered part of the main library as far as the app that I use, and that is the Platinum Family Hits Sonic Heroes Super Monkey Ball Deluxe 2-in-1 combo pack. Now there's 2 or 3 of these that are only available in this fashion, so they're considered main parts of the game. And if you look inside, there's a Super Monkey Ball disc, there's the Sonic Heroes disc, and there's the combination manual right there. So that is absolutely beautiful. Love having that right there. That's a big addition because that's not an inexpensive game. It's not super expensive, but it's not an inexpensive game at all either. So once again, Platinum Family Hits, Sonic Heroes, Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, 2-in-1 combo pack. Thank you very much, Austin. That is great. Next up, I got another pickup from Sam Scribner from Retros, a great Canadian video game auction site on Facebook. And this was one that I bid on. And it's one that I've needed for a long time. And I'm trying to remember what the deal is on this. This one, I think, was a limited release. I'm not sure exactly where, whether it's Blockbuster or someplace. Maybe it says right on the front of it. I'll take a look. But this game isn't all that common. And what I got is a copy of Sneakers, only on Xbox. It's an Xbox exclusive. And this one's in really good shape. Got to do some cleanup here, maybe on my case, but that's not a real big deal because the manual and the disc itself look great. So this is an interesting little game. It's a little platforming game where you have mice. But I've read different things about this. It's by Microsoft, and it is a very interesting game. It's a little bit different than other things. I'm going to put some gameplay in here, and maybe I'll do some streaming on this sometime in the near future. So really happy to add that one. These aren't some of the most expensive games that I need. Actually, this one kind of was. Actually, it was probably the top 3 or 4. This one, not so much, but one of the more difficult games to find, and it's not even in alphabetical order either. But who cares at this point? I'm just trying to fill holes. I'm down under 60 games needed for the complete Xbox library, and I'm really happy to add that one. Thank you so much, Sam. And guys, make sure you check out Retro's great Canadian video game auction site on Facebook. And last but not least, I have this pickup right here, and this is from Intellivision Revolution. So you know I got some stuff for my my Intellivision Homebrew collection, right? Oh, I've been waiting for this one. Can't wait to check this out. Gonna open it very carefully. And first up, let me show you this. Look at this. I have got a copy of Raiders of the Lost Ark for the Intellivision. I love this game on the Atari 2600. I didn't have it. My brother had it back in the day, and he and I, we figured it out. He did most of the figuring. I was about 13 or 14. But I absolutely love this game, and I can't wait to play it on the Intellivision. So this is, man, I just love the box. I love the game. And I just can't wait to see how they translate it over. You don't have to use two controllers anymore with this one. I know that's one of the improvements that they made with it. Not to mention just the different graphics and the different areas in the game. So, man, so happy to have Raiders of the Lost Ark. But there's one more in here, I believe. Double check. There it is. I also got a copy of E.T. The other Howard Scott Warshaw adventure game, right? You had Raiders of the Lost Ark by Howard Scott Warshaw, then you had E.T. on the Atari 2600, and now they're both reproduced on the Intellivision. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, E.T. is not the worst game ever made. It did not cause the crash. It was just a really bad move by Atari to get somebody like Howard Scott Warshaw, such an ingenious video game creator of complex, fun to play but adventure games, and create a game that has a target audience of like 8 to 10-year-olds for ET. It just didn't make any sense whatsoever. Raiders? Yes. That was a restricted movie. This is a kids movie. You put an advanced game onto a system for a kids movie. The little kids pick it up are going to go, I don't like this. They're turning it on Christmas morning and they're crying because they can't play the game. Don't really feel bad for them. It was Atari that screwed that all up. But anyway, that's just a lot of here or there. This is just a remaster. I'll check out and do some streaming on this one as well of exactly, man, this is a beautiful copy too. I can't wait to check out the inside. But man, so happy to have E.T. and Raiders of the Lost Ark in my collection for the Intellivision. Beautiful. Well guys, that's it for this pickup video. Fantastic book, Smoke and Mirrors. That's going to be a really interesting read, all about the Coleco Chameleon and Mike Kennedy. That whole story and saga. I got a fantastic game from Austin Andrew Wilson. I want to call him Williams. Austin Andrew Wilson. Right. And that is a beautiful game. Thank you very much, Austin, for that. I really appreciate it. Sam Scribner, check out Retros. Great Canadian video game auction group site on Facebook, same as Gamers Playground Auction, Retro Game Bin Auctions for that matter. I use all three of those quite a bit, love them, and really good people in there. And then, listen, thank you, Rev. Thank you, Rev, getting me these two games. They're absolutely beautiful. The packaging itself, like I'll look it up, I'll open them up and check it all out here shortly. But man, just this is absolutely perfect. So happy to add these to my collection. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time here with Coco and I today. Coco's about ready to take a nap, I think, but she'll be ready for the next one because, you know, there probably will be another pickup video sometime in the near future. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. You take care.
The old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50.
I'm William Muller from Electronite, and you're watching Papa Pete, the Old Guy Gamer.